Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to start my first reading blog. I don't know how this is going to work, but if you see it, it means that it did. So if you have seen my March TBR, you know I'm doing the Read Your Bookshelf Challenge, and the book that I have for this month is this one right here. And I don't know, I thought it would be funny. Hopefully. I kind of have history with that book. So I don't know how much am I going to enjoy it, but we'll see. So the thing is that I started to read this book when it came out. And yeah, well, if you haven't seen my other videos, I'm not super fan of Bryce. And I definitely don't like Hunt. So yeah, I don't know why exactly I stopped reading the book. I actually even thought about like DNFing it because I felt like I wasn't going to continue, which is weird because I love Sergeant Maas. But I've been hearing from everyone that read this book about the ending, and I want to know what happened. I think I kind of got spoiled. By the way, this is gonna be full of spoilers, so if you don't want to know, then maybe don't watch this video. Apparently, she's going to make Sarah J. Maas multiverse, maybe. I don't know what happened, but I think they kind of traveled to another world, maybe some other world we know. So yeah, I just need to know what it's all about. And also today I got an email with the name of the next book. So I got excited. I have to read this book anyway. So yeah, let's see. Something that I was doing last year, I was even tabbing it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing that. Probably. But the thing is that I just checked not notes, but what I was writing in my reading journal, and I laughed so much. So I just want to share some stuff with you. So yeah, I did remember that I was super impressed with the prologue, and I wanted to know more about that, but no one was telling me anything. You know, it is important for me. Something that you need to know is that I used to think about Hunt like Cassian. And actually the first time I read Crescent City, I call him Cassian like until the middle of the book. So yeah, for me they just kind of look like the same, though probably Cassian looks better. And at the beginning of this book he gets a haircut, and that gave him points, but then he ruined everything. So also something that I was very interested in is this surprise engagement. I was so bored with Hunt that I was like, yeah, it doesn't look like the best decision, but let's just go with it. This guy, even though he's probably not the best, he's more interesting for me. So yeah, I was like, why don't we try? Something else, it was that at the beginning I thought that I was not going to care for Darian's chapters, and I end up loving them. So there's some good things there. And also I do like Ethan's chapters. I almost got a heart attack when he got attacked. I don't know if I like that he's going to live with the boys. I love them, but they live like college boys. I was like, yeah, no, I don't like that. But I love them. So we'll see what happens in the book. I also spoiled myself something that I saw some fan art of Rune and a blonde girl, and I have no idea who she is. So I need to know because I love Rune. I think he should be the main character. I think the whole book is going to be me crying about Danica. Even though she's gone, she's my favorite character. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna go through that. Apparently I wasn't very sure of what Hunt was thinking. This new archangel and like these guys that he don't like, and they had a fight or something. I don't remember that part, but I do remember that I wrote, at this point I'm even seeing the guys that are supposed like bad, because they seem to have way more personality than Hunt. I think that's all I have to say before the actual reading. Right now, in the page 174. I don't think I'm going to start again the book. I might go through my tabs and actually see what was happening before. Though I think I remember everything. So yeah, right now Ethan was just petting a cat and Bryce arrived, and now we know it's not a cat. So that's where I am. We'll just get to reading. Okay, I just wanted to say I was going through my tabs. And is it Sophie with Brune? Because that would be interesting. I do remember the whole Thunderbird, I think. And I think she had some kind of, well, apparently she can manage anything. But it's something like light or fire, and he has shadows. I hope I'm not wrong, but I don't know. I'm just guessing.
It's RSM.
Okay, so I continue reading the book. I kind of read a lot this morning. I read like 100 pages, I think. And let me tell you, okay, I think that the last time when I stopped reading, I stopped literally when things were getting good. So the thing is that now I'm like super impressed with Cormac. The fact that he's with the rebels, I'm like, whoa. I definitely did not expect that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like ever since I found out about that, I know a lot of the characters are like, oh, he might be lying. We cannot trust him or whatever. For some reason, I choose to believe in him. I might be wrong and he might be lying, but I don't think so. Also, I think it's very cute, the way he cares for Sophie, at least right now. You know, I feel like something that I have been seeing lately in this like 100 pages, I don't know, I feel like no one really is what the main characters think they are. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know, it makes me think that it's pretty obvious that people like are their own universe and nothing is like black and white, and you don't know the reasons behind whatever that character is doing, so they're just painting them in this really awful light, and then something happens. It just makes me think that you're not seeing the whole picture. And also the kind of sad part, at least with Hunt and Bryce, is like I don't think they care to know. What happens with this rebellion right now? I mean, I think Cormac has hit the nail a couple of times with them. Okay, let's forget about real life for a moment. It just bugs me that they don't care. I think that's something that bugs me about Bryce and Hunt. I've been trying to leave them alone in the sense that I'm just not gonna care whatever they do. And it's weird because I don't care much about them, but I care about everyone else. The thing is that these two have this really awful attitude, and they like make fun of everything, even when I don't know, it's not supposed to. I don't know how to explain this. And it's not just that they make fun of that, but it's more of sometimes I feel like they're so disrespectful about everything that I'm not saying, oh my god, just I don't know, fall on your knees. And Hunt was even talking to Apollyon, and he's like super scared about that, of what is going on. But he just has this cocky attitude that it's just so, I don't know if poorly made, or I just don't like him. But I'm like, this guy could kill you in a blink. I don't know how to put it. They both annoy me so much. So yeah, that's on that front. I still don't care about them, and I don't care about the relationship. So far they had like 3 encounters, and I was like, let's just move, because for some reason, I think it's the first couple ever, well, that live aside Kale in Throne of Glass, that I just don't really care about anything that's going on. I feel like I understand why Hunt doesn't really want to get involved in this whole like rebellion. I mean, none of them really wants to do that, but they have like some kind of interest. That's something that bothers me about them, and well, Bryce in this case. And it is that she has this pose that she's getting everything that she wants out of Cormac. Like, she's taking advantage of him. And I'm not saying she's not, but they both had a deal. I feel like she has this attitude of, oh, they're such a fool because I am doing whatever I want. And I'm like, he's getting something out of this. And it's just so annoying. I don't know. I play nice, Bryce. Now, in more happy news, Run. Okay, I said before that I thought that maybe Sophie was the girl I saw the fan art. Now I know it's not because I read her description and I'm like, yeah, she's not blonde. And I think it's Agent Date. And I just, oh my god, I think I'm getting obsessed with them. I was so shocked of how they linked. That's the only way I can describe it. And how she tried, well, I think she did. She woke him up. The Reapers got him. And I don't know, that sounds beautiful. For some reason, that's like, oh yeah, that's Sarah J. Maas right here. And honestly, with the other one, with Han and what's her name, Bryce, I don't know. I don't feel the magic with them. I don't know if that's because I don't like them, or maybe I don't like them because I don't feel the magic with them. I'm really looking forward to see how are they going to meet. That's just fantastic. What else? What else did I read? They're trying to find Emil. Everyone's trying to find Emil, the poor kid. I really want to know what was Danica doing. Okay, that's. I mean, Bryce wants to know too, but I don't know. I feel like it's more important. I've been shocked about some of the things. Well, not some. Actually, a lot of things. I'm like, I did not expect that. Some kind of sad things along the way. This world is not perfect. And yeah, it's shown in every single one of their lives. I didn't know Ethan had a thing for Bryce. At some point, they kind of make Connor like, oh yeah, he loved her, but he didn't care as much. And I don't know, that kind of just make him dirty. I don't like it. I like how they're, the sibling relationship between Bryce and Ron, it's getting better. I love that she invited him to their house. But yeah, so far, things are getting thick. Like I said, I'm enjoying this book way more than I thought. I like pretty much everything, and that's why like I said, right now it's like, I don't know, 1 o'clock, maybe 1:30. I don't know. I read 100 pages. I think I can read more. I don't know. I'll see what I have to do in the afternoon. But I'm enjoying this book. Except the parts where Bryce and Han get like very... They don't even get mushy. They just get on with it. Which is fine. I think if I would like them, I would be enjoying that and more. But since I don't skip those parts. But since I'm listening to the audiobook as well, I literally put in like 1.5, I think. I cannot listen to audiobooks too fast because I get lost. But yeah, I was like, let's just move along. And yeah, I don't care about the relationship. But other than that, I'm enjoying this a lot more than I thought. And yeah, I'm just very excited. I've heard that people say that this book's just too long. But so far, I'm like, it's cool. It's fine. I like it. So yeah, I feel like that's something that's bothering me as well. Is that when it's like Bryce and Hunt and they get into their romance, I'm like, can we go to the other characters, the ones that are actually doing something to move forward the plot? So that's all I wanted to say. Oh, and by the way, I feel like this mystery with Danica is just getting thick by the second. And now I need to know. I mean, Jessica hinted something like Danica used to go to a library more to do something else than to see Bryce, which was funny. But I feel like, oh my gosh, she knew something. It's sadder and she's gone. I don't know what this video is going to end up being. I don't think I'm really good at this of reading vlogs. So yeah, I mean, I know it's my first vlog, but I don't think I'm being doing really good. I do have some updates to give you. I can't believe what happened. I'm right now in page 558 chapter. I don't know what chapter it is. 51. I've been tabbing it. Something I do have like color coding for the tabs. And red for me are things that I didn't like not only oh yeah, they were sad or something like truly didn't like. And this book has 10, and I'm pretty sure all of them are like Hunt Bryce related. What can I tell you? Oh, okay. I cannot believe what happened last night. I really thought that Sophie was going to be a more important, maybe not more important part, but I thought that she's going to show up at some point. And now I know she's dead. And I was like this close of crying. I know I only saw her in like the prologue, but I really like her. And also it was just the saddest thing because, like I said in the previous clip, I do trust Cormac. I feel like his feelings were true towards Sophie, and to see him like that, I don't know. It was just so sad. And then something very annoying happened. And at this point, I don't care that Bryce and Hunt are mates. Whatever. They're just so annoying. They just had like their moment. And Cormac was hurt. At this point of the chapter, we're seeing from Hunt's perspective. And he's like, oh yeah, he's hurt and he's gonna be good in like no time. But I don't really care about that. I just care about the amazing sex I just had. And I was like, you piece of... He has said that in multiple occasions, that as long as he can save Bryce, he doesn't care who dies, even if it's Tharion or Rune or anyone. He just wants to keep Bryce safe. And I was like, he doesn't care about anyone else. And I don't like that in my characters, you know? Yeah, I can believe Sophie's gone. Also, something that I really didn't like at this point, is like they're mates. They have this connection. And when we finally know where Emil is, it was all because of Bryce did it on her own. And I was like, what's wrong with you? Everyone is looking for this kid. She says at some point, like, oh, I don't want anyone to have him because everyone wants him, like, as a weapon and whatever. She goes, like, I don't even want, like, Cormac to be around this kid. He's looking for him because of Sophie. I don't think he's going to have, like, malintentional thoughts with this kid. And that was so annoying. Then we found out what she did. And I was like, why you never said anything? Han gets pissed. And rightfully so. Because, okay, maybe you don't trust anyone, not even Rune, but they're having like this relationship, and that's not how relationships work. They're supposed to be a team, and they were being in a team with this until she decided she was going to do all on her own. And she never really decides to like fill him in anything. And he's pissed. And I'm like, I get you, you know, they have this kind of fight. And then then we realize that the kid doesn't really have any powers. I don't mind because they were looking for this kid to keep him safe. And honestly, I think that's kind of ridiculous because the moment everyone would have realized that he doesn't have any powers, I think it would have been more safe for him. Instead that everyone believing that he can be this weapon, then she gets pissed because he's pissed. She throws him like this really awful sentence that not because they're just effing. She's going to tell him everything she does. And he's like, it's more than that. And she still just walks away. I'm Han's team at this point because she's so annoying. Still not a fan of them. I don't know if I would be fan of them individually. I don't like them together, but I'm not sure I like them on their own either. So, yeah. Other than that, I'm quite enjoying this book. A lot more than I thought I was going to. Actually been kind of flying through this book, and that has been an amazing feeling, honestly. They both are like my only why in this book. Other than that, I have been enjoying everything. I love Rune and Agent Daybright, and I love that she gave him that nickname, I guess. Something just happened. I think that he got like too close to her for some reason. And I don't know if she got spooked or what. Yeah, I hope to see more of that. I want to know what's going on there. I want to know about Ethan and this like nameless wolf of the Mystics. And also, I need to know about Flynn and Ariadne. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm super interested. I love the scene where Rune just gets home and they have the sprites and the dragon and everything. And he just like kind of freaks out. I love the guys. They are flawed for sure. They have like this party college kind of attitude, which is not the best, but they're super charming, all of them. You know, I think that getting them into relationships is gonna help them grow out of that phase. Oh my god, I do want to know what's gonna happen with Ethan. Him being an alpha? Sign me up. I can't believe Sophie's gone. I have a theory. Well, no, not so much. It was one of the mayor that rescued them. She said to Tharion that maybe they want to reanimate Sophie with a necromancer. And I was like, she was a thunderbird, which reminds me of phoenixes. And I was like, what if they burn her? Will that bring her back? I hope so. I need more female characters. I want to know what is going to happen. I was thinking that I might be able to finish this today. Today is Sunday. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think that's all I have right now. Also, I'm like so sad for Therion. I feel like he needs a way out of this situation he's living in the river court. I think it's called the river court. And the fact that we found this new mayor, I'm like, maybe he could get out of whatever he needs to get out of and, just move with them. Plus, I think he kind of got impressed with Captain. But yeah, I just want him to be happy. Something else that I remember, at this point, Sabine goes into Bryce's apartment and she tosses her across the room, and that was fantastic. That's probably so mean, but if you couldn't guess, I don't like her. Well, it's not that I just don't like her. Is that even when there are moments that I'm like, oh yeah, that's so cool, then she does something or she said something that my appreciation for her is like this all the time. Well, not all the time, because I don't really have many moments where I'm like super impressed with her. Something that I did like, it was this moment where they're in the bone quarter and they merged their powers, Bryce and Hunt. And that was cool, but that was it. Like I said, I'm still impressed with Baxian. Also, I don't know what size of this rebellion they're going to be in. I mean, I'm guessing they're going to be pro-rebellion. But what they went through with Ophion, it's not like they're welcome at all. And many people in the rebellion are like against Vayner, no matter who they are. So yeah, it's just far more complicated than just, oh, let's kill the Terry. It's like, what will happen if that happens? Because that's not going to be the end of it, depending who gets in charge. So yeah, it's like I said, it's far more complicated, and I don't really know what they're going to do. Thankfully, they're very powerful, but it's kind of yikes. But I do have to say one more time that I love Agent Daybright and Knight. I love their conversations, and I love that even though they were not supposed to like know each other and open up, they're just doing it anyway. And I love how she told him the fairy tale for him to sleep, even though I'm sure that's not the answer. That's not the end of the tale. I don't think that's what happened. She just got spooked, and that's why she said what she said. I feel like they just get so into important stuff about themselves, mostly Brune, probably. And then she was like, oh no, you'd be an amazing father. And I was like, thank you. I love Brune. That's just a given. And I'm thinking she's probably his mate because of the connection. They just needed the stone the first time, and then they just talked to each other. So yeah, I'm guessing it. Like I said with Therion, I just want him to be happy. So yeah, very excited to see what's gonna happen between them. I really want to know who she is and why she's in the situation she's in. I was super excited because Agent Daybright and Agent Knight were supposed to meet at this whatever it was, equinox thing for Celestina and Ephraim. And I was like super excited because they were going to meet, and just please don't let it be the Hind. I feel like she's like the worst of the worst. And I don't know, I feel like it might be, but I really hope she's not. Okay, that just has a weight on me right now. What else has happened? It was this moment where the Autumn King comes and he says to Bryce that she now has a new name and that she's like her Royal Highness. And she gets pissed And she was like, I'm gonna kill you for this. And I was like, and then she's also angry. And it's just ridiculous. Plus, everyone that talks with her about it is like, what a monster he is. And I'm like, he kind of didn't do anything. It's not like I like him, the Autumn King. He's definitely awful, mostly to Rune. But I don't know. I feel like I don't know about him enough. They're like, what a monster. And I was like, well, then Bryce, like later, she explained like they see her now as a property and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, now I understand. Okay, now you're not just crazy. But still, what he managed to do was because of the consequences of her own actions. So she literally walked into that one and then she was pissed. I don't know how to explain this. I just like to see her off her foot. After that, I was sure she was going to do something very stupid and something that will make everyone uncomfortable because that's the way she does things. But I was pleasantly surprised because the way she managed to do things was like unbelievably reasonable. So that was a point for her. Like probably the only one she had in this whole book. But at the same time, it was awful because she didn't tell Cormac. And I'm like, she doesn't care about anyone either. Like Hunt. I don't know. I feel like they were being a team. And, oh, by the way, yeah, they talk about the whole, we were a team and you didn't tell me what you were doing with the meal, which is something that I mentioned before. And that was cool. I feel like she kind of understood where Hunt came from with that. But I was like, oh, yeah, they were a team. They don't care about Cormac. They don't care pretty much about anything that he does. And that's sad, I almost had a heart attack when I thought she killed Ethan. And by she, I mean Sarah J. Maas. I was this close of crying when it said something like, oh, his lifeless body or something like that. And I was like, what? I can't believe that Ariadne flee. Everyone's like, oh yeah, but she's been caged and I don't know. I don't remember who mentioned that. I don't know if it was Rune or it was Flynn and Ethan, and they were like, we thought she was going to be more thankful because they let her out. And yeah, I stand with them. At least, I don't know, say something like, I can't stay, I'm sorry. Bye. Thank you, by the way, but bye. So yeah, that was annoying. That was awful. We know that Hypaxia is in love with someone. Which I don't care. I really want Rune to meet Day. But yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen. I was so excited about that, and I'm like, going back to Ethan, I love how just Declan and Finn are like, yeah, we're mates now. No, we're not mates. We're friends now, and we look after each other. And I'm like, he needed that so much. So I'm like super excited about him too. I want to know what is gonna happen about if he's gonna become an alpha or not. He should. So a couple of things have happened since the last time I talked to you. Okay, first, I'm super glad that Bryce told Cormac the truth-ish. And I'm not gonna lie, I have to give it up to her that she resolved things in a very clever way once again. That's twice in a short amount of time. And I'm very impressed. At some point, Cormac was like pushing her into telling him what happened and where Emil is. He goes something like, he owed that to Sophie. And she tells him that he owed Sophie to keep Emil safe and that he's in the safest place possible. And I don't know, I got proud of her. Something might be changing for the better in her. Or maybe I'm just seeing her with different eyes. I don't know. But yeah, that was very cool. There's this other thing that I didn't really care much for it. And it was that this whole thing of hell, preparing their armies for invasion. I think. And then we were told that hell, actually they were fighting the Steri. So I'm like, is that what they're doing again? Yeah, I don't know. I think war is coming like really bad. That got interesting. Something that I don't know how to feel about that. No way. I do know how to feel about that. And it's that I don't like it. Ariadne going to like the probably worst place ever for protection. And I don't know, I feel like Flynn wants to save her, but she kind of find a way to save herself ish. I don't know how good idea it is. And I also feel like really bad for Flynn at the point that I feel like he should let her go. Let her just do her thing, and that's it. Also, I'm literally at this part in which Tharion looked for the protection of the Viper Queen, and I was like, I'm pretty sure you're making a big mistake. Like I said, I think that's the worst place possible. And now he already swore filthy, I don't know, to her, and I was like, that's really bad. And also for me, the whole fighting thing ring, I don't care for that. I don't like it. And that's the big thing. I literally had to stop reading when I got to this part. And it's Danica's mate. I cannot. I had to stop reading, and then I had to read it again like 3 times because I was like, what's going on? I don't know what to say. You know, it makes everything more sad now that Danica's gone. And I did feel bad for Bryce, you know. Like I said, I feel like maybe I'm seeing her in a new light. I did feel bad for her because even she said like she's tired of finding out things about Danica that, you know, she never could have suspected. And it was super sad that, I don't know, maybe she feels like at some point she didn't really knew her best friend because she had a lot of secrets. That was very sad for her. And also something that we just found out, I knew, okay, I didn't know that it was going to take that turn, but I knew that Ethan was going to do something about the Mystic Wolf. And oh my god, is there another Fender heir? At some point I thought that they were going to make Ethan an alpha and he was going to take over the whole thing. And I was like, how convenient. I don't know, for some reason something wasn't just clicking right with me, but now everything kind of makes sense and I just can't wait. Right now I am in page 718. I just removed the dust jacket because I read without the dust jacket. So yeah, that's my tabs right there. And yeah, I'm like, yeah, less than 100 pages to finish. Like 80 maybe. No, wait, it's more than that because it's the special edition and has this chapter at the end. I remember that I wanted to get the BAM edition with Rune's chapter, but I couldn't get it. I think it was sold out when I tried to buy it. So I just have to settle for the Banter Novel, which has Bryce chapter, and I don't know how that's gonna go. Well, I do have to admit that the smut has been getting good. Oh, I love that scene with Agent Daybright and Knight. I didn't know they could kiss in this other realm, but that was nice. And now I feel like the only thing that it's left is for them to go to find this room and actually find out what's in there. And I feel like they probably find her. I'm hoping that they will find her, because if I'm not mistaken, she is close to the Steri. So I don't remember, but hopefully they will find her. So yeah, that's all I got right now. Oh my gosh, this book has done so much to me. But yeah, I'll let you know if there's something important in the middle, or if not, I'll just come back at the end. Probably not important, but I just I got paint on my book. I think it's watercolor. I was doing something in my reading journal for actually this book, and I don't know if I just left some wet paper somewhere with a little bit of paint, but if you can see, I don't know if you can see right here. And actually at the other side also there's something, and that made me think, what if I do something in this white part? Because right now, I mean, yeah, it's pretty cute, the crescent moon, but maybe if I end up doing something, I'll record it and just put it in the blog. I think this is pretty much the end. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So it's been a couple of days since I finished this. Now I understand. Everyone was talking about this ending and I was like, what's so special about that? And now I can't. I need the next book. I need to know what's gonna happen. I need to see Bryce with everyone in Belarus. I'm so excited about this. Okay, let me recap a little bit. I don't know what was the last thing I told you. Let me give you my thoughts on the ending of this book. This was very hard. I'm super worried about Rune. And like I said, since I think it was the ball, I feel like Bryce and Hunt don't annoy me so much. And I'm like, okay, let's just see what happens. But I know Bryce is fine. Hunt, yeah, that wasn't good. And yeah, I'm a bit worried about him. I'm a bit worried about Baxian as well, but I feel like he can survive. And I'm super worried about Rune. I love Rune with my heart. So it's not like he's weak. I feel like he needs to show that right now. But I'm super worried about him. I don't want him to suffer. And I literally just saw a video about, it was Sarah talking about the ending. The girl she was talking to, she was like, I'm super worried about Rune. And she was like, you should be. And I was like, no, my poor Rune. And remember when I begged that it wasn't the Hind? Yeah. I don't know how that's going to be, like, not fixed, but talked about. Because we have this person which is ruthless and, I mean, all of what we've heard from other characters. And then this person that Rune got to know. So I'm like, I don't know how to reconcile both yet. But it was so sad when she was trying to talk to him and he just shut her out. And I was like, I understand you, Rune, but that's just so sad. So yeah, I'm super worried about both of them. And I don't know how she's gonna tolerate if he gets like torture and all of that. And I'm like, how she's going to act, because if she does something, she just probably end up in the same place. And I don't know what is gonna happen to Rune if something happens to her. So yeah, I'm just so worried about everyone. Also, something else, I'm like so sad for Cormac. I was like destroyed when I figured out that Sophie was gone, and I was like, poor Cormac. And of course, poor Emil, but I feel like he got like this second chance. And I feel like Cormac didn't, and it was so sad that he felt that that was all he could do. So yeah, I was like, oh my god, this is so bad. And Therion, I already said that I feel like the arrangement he did was not the best. But I feel like maybe that's like a door for us to know what's gonna happen with Ariadne. So yeah, I don't know. You can hear my dog just doing its thing. I'm sorry. I'm worried about everyone that it's in Midgard, and I'm so happy that Bryce is in Belarus. I can't. I was like losing my mind. I was like, ah! So yeah, I'm definitely pre-order book 3. I don't know how I enjoy this book so much. I also flew through this. I thought that it was going to take me so much longer because I was like, I'll probably read a couple of this and then I'm just going to get bored or something. And then I just remember Sarah J. Maas magic. And I was like, yeah, I need to finish this. I need to know what's going to happen. So yeah, I really like it. I wouldn't say I loved it. I did give it 5 stars. For me, like the whole plot and everything was like a solid 4-star. I couldn't give it the 5th star because I was like, yeah, there are some things that I didn't like along the way, mainly Bryce and Hunt until a certain point. And I was like, I can't. But then that ending, I was like, I'm sorry, the 5th star is solely because of that ending. Come on, I can't wait. I'm so happy that I read this at this point, because if I would have finished this when I started the first time, I was like, I would have lost it. And I feel like it's not such a long wait now. So yeah, I do want to pre-order this book. A special edition, of course, because if I'm gonna have these books, at least I'm gonna have special editions. I was sure that I was gonna be like with the other people. I've heard a lot of people say that this book was like, they didn't like it at all. And I'm like so shocked to say that I did like it. I did enjoy it. Probably my favorite plot was Brune and Day. So yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. Was it long? Yes. Do I mind? Not really. Oh my god, that ending. I need the next book already. I just need it. No, now I don't feel so bad that I have like this event edition, because I like this so much. So yeah, I think that this is the end of the vlog. Like I said, I don't really know if this video can be considered a vlog. I'll do better next time, hopefully. I do have plans for other vlogs and for other books, but yeah, we'll see what happens. This is no longer in my TBR. I think this is all for today's video. I hope you enjoy. You know, at some point I felt like, oh my god, I'm so excited about something that happened in the book. What? Because I've seen other people more chill about a lot of stuff, and I'm just like here freaking out. And then I realized that's exactly what I started my channel, because I wanted to talk like super freely about my books. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this vlog. I hope you laugh at least once. And that's all for today's video. Let me know what you thought about this book if you read it. I hope you have a happy reading, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.